What is up, guys? Yes. Hey, what up, guys? If you guys are joining me today, I'm going to show you guys how to launch a webinar, how to create a webinar to launch a $2,000 course. So if you guys are watching this live, get ready. What is up, guys? All right, guys, I hope you're excited. Today, I'm going to be showing you, I'm just going to be hanging out with you guys. I'm literally going to be showing you how to build a webinar to launch a course, right? And so I'm going to show you, I was actually going to do this video a couple days ago. However, I had to go out and build the sales page and some part of the actual course first, right? And so so I actually going to show you guys some of those parts, right? So I'm going to show you guys what we have built so far in the last few days. And now check this out, right? This is one of our clients. She's up and coming, not up and coming. She's actually a famous speaker, health consultant. She's she's really amazing. She has like $22,000 mastermind clients, right? And so she wants to take that knowledge that is with her mastermind clients, and she wants to start packaging it into a course and selling it, right? And so she helps people start a health figure in a six-figure health consulting business, right? And this is the sales page, right, for the course. And this hasn't been fully branded. This is just me getting the words onto the page, the sales copy onto the page, and everything. So that's what I've been working on the last few days. And so now here's the thing is, we don't want to just send people to this course, right? We don't want like, even though she does have people that she's automatically going to want to buy, we actually want to create, you can see right now, I'm not fully done with all of this. And then I'll show you a little brief intro of what the course looks like, right? So this is what the inside of the course looks like. And so my wife has designed this, completed this. This thing is so beautiful, right? So it has her modules, it has everything on the inside, right? So my job now is to come in here into our website and actually build the sales process, right? And so if you're excited, tell me this, right? If you guys are watching live and you're excited to actually build the sales process, drop some fire, give me some thumbs up. Ooh, what up, neighbors? Right, give me some thumbs up, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like to actually build out this webinar. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm going to share my screen, and guys, we're just going to hang out, right? So if you guys want to follow along and build a webinar like this, you can go to aspirebuilder.com and you could follow along, right? And so you could build your own, right? So I'm going to go into my funnels, right? Because this is a sales process. And this is what her course is, right? This is her entire course, but this is the actual sales process. And I'm going to show you guys what we have set up so far is I actually have these little markers, right? So it actually breaks down like this is the course, webinar opt-in, webinar sign-up. I haven't built this, right? So I'm going to come in here and build this today. We already have her wait list building. She already has people on her wait list. That's already been done. And she already has her course right here. The checkout process is done, right? So after they watch the webinar, right, they're going to go to this sign-up page, which is this sales page, right? So you can see right here, this is a sales page. They're going to click here. It's going to go to an opt-in, which is going to be this page right here. This page right here. And then they're going to go to a checkout, right? Super simple, super easy. After that, let's see. So after that, right? So now we need to build this webinar. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add a new step. I'm going to click page and I'm going to jump to webinar. And let's see. So this is inside Aspire Builder, so you can see what we have. And I'm going to find one that is going to look really good. Boom. All right. I kind of like this one. Let's see. But I like these other ones with this countdown. So let's see where I want to start. This one's pretty nice. I think I'm going to go for here. However, she doesn't have a. All right, so we're going to say. All right, so we're going to join. I'm on a video. No, I'm on a live. What's up, girl? You want to be on the video? My wife's the designer, right? She's the one that makes all this stuff look pretty. All right, so here we go. So, all right, so we're going to create webinar sign up, right? So we're going to say sign up, right? And page title. All right, so I want to build your anywhere. All right. I'm going to add. All right, so we don't want this guy. Right, I'm going to add this one. Right, and here's the thing. Remember, this is a funnel, so I want to hide the header. I don't want people to be able to see that, right? Right, and so I'm going to go on this. Fix this font. Boom. All right, so this is going to be a free training, right? So this is going to be a free training that we're going to add. How to start your six-figure health right? So we're just going to set this up here. I'm going to add a timer because we actually have a countdown date. And here is my kind of guidelines of what we're putting together. All right, so our goal is to go live June 21st. All right, so and at 11 o'clock. Countdown to date, July 21st. 11 a.m. Close. Perfect. All right, so we're just gonna get the basics set up, right? And so, yes, I want to right? So she's going to start. All right. And I'm going to come back and edit all of these, right? These are actually the actual words. However, I mainly want to get the structure set up, right? I want to get the flow set up and then come back in here and I'm going to start adding in my copy and then my wife's going to come in and add in and design it all, right? So I want to make sure that we have our flow, right? Our funnel set up. So after they press that button, I want a pop-up to go. Right, I'm gonna want a pop-up and make it simple. Not this one. All right, so I'm gonna go back and I didn't really like that page, right? So I'm just gonna hit delete. And I'm gonna add a new step, add a new pop-up. I like this one. All right, this one ports over our branding, which is really cool. And I'm going to add another photo. Let's see, like this one. Boom. All right. Sign up for the live training. And here's the thing, all right? I want this widget, right? Like I want this little countdown. So I'm gonna hit copy, and I'm just gonna go to back to that page, and this little pop up, and I'm going to right here. And since I copied that countdown, I could just add that countdown right there, and it's gonna keep that timer and everything, right? So. All right, we're gonna hit save. And now here's the thing, this kind of made this a little bigger, right? So I want to fix this. Move this up just a little bit. Move this down just a little bit. All right, and all right, so cool. Now, after they sign up for the webinar, right? So they need to go to a thank you page, right? A thank you page on the webinar. I'm going to bring these up here. Right, and I'm going to make a new page. Let's see. All right, so Receipt is saved. All right. And I'm going to hide this top part. And I'm going to add our logo right here. Boom. Let's get rid of this background. All right. Make this a little smaller. All right, cool. What is this madness? All right, and we'll switch out a video of her there shortly. Delete this block. Let her bottom show. Perfect. All right, so this is her webinar sign up, right? And we want to grab this little countdown. Her webinar is going to start. And we're going to save. All right, and let me check one more thing. Make sure this doesn't send an email reminder. All right, and all right, so here's the cool thing, right? As long as this is in a flow, right? As long as this step follows this step and then it follows this step, this is going to be our webinar sign-up process, right? So let's just go back and see what we created, right? We're going to just see what we just created while we're on this. Right, and so I'm going to show a new tab. All right, so here's the free training. Yes, I'm ready. We're going to switch out all this information later. Definitely not this copy, so I'm going to make multiple, I'm just going to have to do this some of the behind the scenes as I write the copy. Now we're going to sign up. We're going to put in Jeff. We're going to put in my email, put in my phone number, right, and I'm going to hit submit. Oh, that's not what I want to go to, right? So definitely not what I wanted. So we're going to edit that because it should go to the next page, right? So I'm going to go back in here and edit this page. And I'm going to tell it, instead of action on submit, I'm going to say go to next page, right? And so, right, which is next step. Perfect. Okay, and save. All right, and let's hit save. And let's try that again. All right, well, I guess, that's a great way to capture emails. You don't even need to send them to another page. If you only want to build one page, that's a fantastic method. All right, so, I'm gonna redo this. And put my information in. It has a little autofill, I like that. And we're gonna go to the next page. Congratulations, your SWOT secure, your webinar starts. And we'll switch out all this information soon. Right, and so, and here's the cool thing is I'm going to set this up, edit field, where it goes to she's connected to MailChimp, right? So I'm going to set it up to where it goes into MailChimp. And let's see, so we have PPA course webinar sign up, right? So this is our webinar sign up, and I'm going to hit confirm. Right, and now that's going to go to that list, right? So every time she gets an email opt-in, it's going to go to that list, and then we could start our follow-up process. And so, yeah, all right, cool. I'm done with that, building up the webinar, and now I'm just going to go in and switch out the copy in the next few days, make it actually everything that we want to say. And my wife's going to brand it now that it actually has the entire structure built. And so let's see. So then let's see. So I guess the next thing is creating the actual webinar room. We are going to want that. So I'm going to create that right now. And I'm going to add a new step, and I'm going to add a little section label now, right? So webinar room. Right, this might be the actual replay room too, right? So because we're going to be doing a live webinar, but we're going to call it webinar room. And I'm going to drag this up to the webinar thank you. And I'm going to add new step. Go to webinars. And here's one of the cool things. I'm going to show you. We're going to add like a delayed pop-up, right? So we don't want them to actually see training room, live training room. Okay. And we don't want to actually have them see that the offer's like live, right? Like we don't want them to see that. So I'm going to hide this up here. We'll update that in a second. And this whole little part, right? So I want them to be able to see the offer essentially about halfway through the video, right? So I want them to be able to see that offer about halfway through the video. Not right as soon as they land on the page, right? That's not what I want. And so I'm going to bring this down into this new block that we created. Right, and right into the block we created. And I will switch out this copy later also. Oops. Even though it's not that bad. All right, now here's what's really cool is when we're actually in this training room now, all right, I'm gonna block this. I want this white. I mean black. Right, when we're in the training room, oops, this is too much. All right. I want this offer to appear later, right? So I'm going to hit delay showing this element, and I'm going to hit about 24 minutes, right? And then 24 minutes later, this is going to pop up, right? And so they're not going to be able to like just skip to the end. They're not going to be able to do that, right? They're just going to be able to watch this training. And then 24 minutes later, this is going to pop up, right? And so this is going to be the training room. That is done, and this is where we'll actually send them to whenever we have like a follow-up or when we're actually streaming the webinar live. And so, all right, here we go. So you can see our flow, right? Now we have our whole little flow. I'm gonna bring this training room up here. Whenever they purchase on the webinar, we are gonna be sending them to this offer. And I'm just gonna show you kind of what we've already built out. After the webinar, right? The webinar is going to be like a 45-minute webinar, and then we send them to this final one. On the webinar, we might send them directly to the checkout. However, any of the follow-up emails, we're going to want to send them to this, right? So on the webinar, we're going to send them directly to checkout. Follow-up emails, we'll send them here. We will capture their information again so we could do follow-up emails again, like as like a abandoned cart type of sequence. And then they're going to go to the actual page. And then I will connect the payment method in a little bit. And then they're going to, you can see, they're going to be able to purchase the course here. And so that is the flow, right? That is the entire webinar flow. You can see how that process works, and we map that out in here in this funnel, right? So we started with a wait list. Now we're gonna have a webinar sign up. Then we have a little pop-up to capture those emails. Then we have our webinar thank you. Then we go to our webinar training room. The training room sends them to the sign up and checkout page for the course. We can add upsells right here, super simple and easy. However, we do not have upsells for this. And then we go to the thank you page. The thank you page then sends them, you guys can see how this is a high-end client, right? Right, and then that thank you page then sends them over to their course, and then they're gonna have course login, their modules and all that stuff here. And so, yeah, that is the entire flow. Let me know what you think, and I hope if you followed along in this whole entire thing, you can get this set up also in your Aspire Builder account. And so, love you guys. Later.